I što ima ljudi, dobrodošli ponovo u Slede princeze. Znači, zadnji put smo stali tu. Znači, prije ovoga, znači desilo se da smo otišli kod princeze i odmah smo ju napali. Ali kada smo išli provjeriti puls, onda se ispostavilo da je živa i da nas je ona probila. I onda smo dobili chapter Razor i onda poslije toga još 2 chaptera. Mislim da The Arms Race i Mutually Obstructed Destruction, tak nešto. The Mutual Destruction, ja mislim. I sada smo opet tu. I ovoga puta ćemo ju probati vjerovati i vidjeti što će se desiti. Evo ga, uzeli smo nož. I idemo samo dole. Nećemo ništa reći, ha? Ne. Ajde, idemo dole. Ok. I sada bi tu mogli onda I'm just here to talk.
Then why did you bring a knife with you? How about you drop it, and then we can chat.
Ok, neću pričati dok ne hitamo nož.
She makes a compelling point. What if we just dropped the blade and talked? Look at her. It's not like she's a threat. Don't you dare. It's fine.
I prije isto
We can
jesmo.
decide what we want to
Kad smo
do
prvi put išli,
after we
onda
talk
smo
to
isto
her.
hitali nož i
Maybe she
pričali s
really
njom.
is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tako da pošto ćemo sad stati na njezinu stranu, barem probat, vidjet ćemo kako će
Blade
biti.
tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Ok,
Thank you. Maybe now we can just...
maybe. Ali zašto maybe? Nemoj mi maybati.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face. Unarmed. We'll be fine.
Da, bit će dobro.
Don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Ok. Idemo onak prijateljski biti raspoloženi i kaj ćemo reći? Da, malo jako.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
Ok, dobro, neću pričati o tome. Znaš ti zašto sam ja ovdje da te ubijem? Neke stvari su mi ljudi rekli, ali nisam siguran čemu da vjerujem. Da imam svoje razlike, ili ti misliš da bi samo došao ovdje da ubim nekoga bez razloga, to bi bilo ludo? Možda ovo tu da joj kažemo ono, da još nismo sigurni, da budemo iskreni. Ajde.
Believe me.
Šuti.
And do you think asking me what to believe is going to suddenly make everything crystal clear? Let's not pretend that's going to happen. As far as you're concerned, and as far as they're concerned, I'm going to say whatever I have to get out of here. That's just the dynamic of our situation.
Ok. Iskrena je. Tak da... I rekla ona, mogla bi ja bilo šta reći, no. Jer ja samo želim izaći odavde. I... ja ću reći bilo što, no. Aha, to oni kao misli kao... koliko god da ti znaš i koliko god da oni znaju, ja ću reći bilo što da mi ti ispaviš odavde. You know, i misliš da ono što ću ti ja reći, da će onda sve biti kristalno jasno. Nemojmo se tak praviti glupi. Ok. Kako bi te onda izbavio odavde?
You can't. Don't bother.
Nisam tebe pitao.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't...
Zak bi neko stao ključ tu ak te je zaključao dole?
Well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Aha, da ti ruku odrežem.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting. She is. I'm sure of it.
Ovo tu ostalo mislim da jesmo. Možda ovo nismo. A dobro, mislim da je to dosta. Ovo tu jesmo pitali već prije, tak da...
Oh,
ajde.
have you decided what to do with me?
Da, odlučio sam što ću napraviti. Izbavit ću te odavde, pogledaj lance. Možemo li zaključat? Ali nećemo to. Bar ne još.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
Aha, prijaki su lanci, ne možemo ih strgat.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Zašto?
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Da, to ja govorim. Sad bi ostavili ključe tu. Kod tebe. Ok, ako nema ključa, ali imaš bilo koji drugi dio bez da te režem odavde?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
Ok, dobro onda. Koga briga.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free.
Ok. O, koga briga, ako mi ceć ruku, imam drugu. Zato ima dvije ruke, ono. Ako jedan slučajno se izgubilo, tak neka je da ima drugu. Aha, ali heroj bi kao rekao, ono... ko zna, možda i ako smo mi tako dugo dole, možda bi si i vi sve napravili da... možda bi kao i mi sve napravili da budemo slobodni. Ima smisla. Ok.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
A? Nekada smo
Someone else
zaključili.
here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Zaključeno
You're
su
here
izvana.
to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Onda neko mora zaključati izvana. Tak. Hej, pusti me van
Your
odavde.
shouts and pleas are met with silence. I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Znači ti si me zaključio. Kvarin
You make
jedan.
your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to.
Ali nisam.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Ne vjerujem ti.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Daj mene se
The
zaključio.
knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
Ok, znači režemo
You
te.
won't like what happens if you do that.
Možemo je prevariti da je sad probijemo. Možda bi to mogli sljedeći put. Ok. Ovaj put ćemo te spasit. To onda se... neću saveati, tako je saveao. Ok, save. Mislim sam kao igru saveat, ovo tu. Mjesto toga ćemo save the princess. Ajde. Bolje da si sad na mojoj strani.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Opa, pa to je
You'll
veliko.
cut into her flesh.
Rana.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye.
Kaj me tak gledaš, pa
How
pomogao
is she
sam.
so composed after losing an arm? It's like she isn't even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Ali da, ono, bez boli, totalno, ono... Odreći me ruku, ono. Ok, idemo onda odavde.
I'm just like you, I'm just like you, you're just like me, you're just like me. It's something anyone can see.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her escape into the world.
Kaj boš sad ti napravila? Ajde. Ono, neću je ja. Ono, ne možeš dopustiti da je sađe van. Ne, ja ne mogu dopustiti da je sađe van. Ajde, kaj boš sad ti
As the
napravila?
princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and
Hey!
raises the blade.
Pa to nije fair, kontrolira me lik.
Wait,
God, jednom
this isn't fair.
pokvareni.
You can't just do that. Watch me.
I slabom ja kriv. Niti ne mogu izsledati kaj je ovo, gle. Warn her. Da upozorim.
Stop that.
Neću.
I thought this was a little too easy.
I sad bom ja kriv. Sad bi
Your
ona mene
body
ubila, ha?
lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Da ti je cilj da izađem živ, onda mi ne bi ona pravo. Resist. Odbi. Okej. Ajde.
The blade. Move the blade.
Kako razočarano izgleda ono. Kada sam da smo mi prevarili.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes.
O? Okej, možda mi vjeruje.
I'll make this quick.
Možda ne.
She
Mislim
steps
da,
forward
ali
and pries the blade
to neće
from your
zaustaviti.
rigid hands.
I sad ga hiti tamo sa strane.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
Ili ne.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease.
Okej, ništa od toga.
Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your butchered neck.
Niti ti nije žao, smijela bi se da možeš.
This is the end, isn't it?
I ti isto, ne ti hero, ti si dobar.
I'm afraid
Ali
it
ti,
is.
ti si mi mogu pomoći,
Everything
mogu
goes
si
dark
nekaj napraviti.
and you die.
Na njezinoj si
I
strani.
hope it was worth it.
Chapter 2, The Prisoner. Zatvorenik.
You're on a path
Okay.
in the woods.
I da,
You're
opet
here.
iz početka. Okej. Aha, okej. U stvari kad bolje razmislim, mislim da ima smisla dok nas je ubila. Pošto ono, mi smo je napali sa nožem, pa onda ako bi vzela nož i hitala ga tam negdje sa strane, mislim da bi ga mi opet uzeli jer nas ovaj kontrolira. Okej, ajde. Dobro, prosto ćemo i tako nas jedan put ubila, ako nas ubije drugi put, onda fakat. Onda je više ne gledamo kroz prste. Proceed to the cabin. Ajde.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Yes, don't believe a word she
Oh,
says.
skeptic.
Just go in, take the knife, and do what you're supposed to.
Ja smo imali zadnji
Wink.
put. Da, on je bil u ovome, Razer. Mislim da su tamo svi bili glasovi.
Did you just say wink out loud? No, I didn't. Wink.
Jesam rekao wink na glas? Ne, nisam. Wink. I opet kaže. To kao za namignut, kao bi značilo.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
To nije klon. Idemo onda u cabin.
The interior of the cabin is less a cozy woodland retreat and more like a dungeon. A few pathetic wisps of starlight attempt to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls, and thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows, reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison. The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor, a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Da, opet ništa ne govori za ogledalo. Zanima me kaj bude ovaj rekao za to.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Okej, nikada ne vidi ogledalo. Kaj god da mi napravimo, on uvijek tvrdi da ogledala nema. Okej.
There's definitely a mirror.
Ali heroj i skeptik oba dva kažu da je tu.
I think you know what we have to do.
Da. Ajde.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach
Kao i
forward
uvijek.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Okej. Kaže da ne smijemo zaboraviti na ogledalo, ako ovo je to krije od nas, mora da je bitno. Kako ja otiđem bez Blade-a dole? Možda sam to prvo trebao. Ok, to bi isto mogli jedan put napraviti. Ima vremena. Čak i ako završim igru, vratit ću se i napravit ću ove ostale stvari koje treba. Ok. Ajde spremi pa da vidimo kaj će se desiti. Enter the basement.
I'm afraid I'm going to insist we take the blade. We're in a dangerous situation and I'm not letting us go down there without a weapon.
Okay,
Are you sure? What if she, I don't know, turns it against us? Which I'm bringing up in a purely hypothetical manner.
Yes, I'm sure.
Turns it against you? She's a prisoner here. She'll only be able to turn it against you if you give it to her. Which you won't be doing because she's an existential threat to the entire world. Okay, I'm trusting you.
Hazel, ja nemam ništa za reći ovdje. U čemu je stvar?
Yeah, but not about this. Call it a reflex. We take the knife as we go.
Aha, i onda ga uzme ipak.
You do exactly that, sweeping the blade from the table before proceeding to the basement.
Ok, ja sam to samo pokazat.
I'm afraid, yes.
Turn, okay.
Idemo mi sad onda samo take the blade.
You take the blade from the table.
Ok, ništa onda ne
It would
kažem.
be difficult to
Samo ovo.
slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Thanks. I mean it.
Ok, dobro. Idemo sad dole.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
I wonder what visitors she could be referring to. Were we not the first? You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
Ok, ovaj opet.
She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap. Should we be worried about the one around her neck?
Aha, ovo je tu.
Why would you be worried about her restraints? If anything, they'll make your job easier.
Da, evo sad ako se proba izbaviti ne može.
Notice the empty chain on the
Jel ovo je
wall?
na glavi.
Odd that in a
Može
place
se
where
glavu
everything
odrezati
seems to serve a
jedino.
distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
Ne može preživjeti tak uopće. Je ovo srce? Koliko znamo, ono, srce će i dalje kucat, tak da...
What an interesting
Ne, ili neće.
development.
Vidjet
Why
ćemo.
don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Ok, idemo ovdje. Možemo ju ostaviti samo.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
Pa ovo tu je dosta široko, može samo izvaditi glavu iz toga lana.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
Ok.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Da. Ok, onda ćemo sjesti tu di nam je rekla, pošto još imamo nož, valjda nije baš sigurno.
Sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Ima smisla.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Ok, ovo tu znam na što misli, imamo nož, tak da ono, što misliš napraviti sa mnom, vjerojatno ništa dobro ako imam nož. Bio sam ovdje prije, ja sam jedini koji se toga sjeća. Što se desilo kad sam umro zadnji put? Ćemo ovaj drugi lanac. Aha, to možemo pitati. Što bi da ja napravim? Da je ostavimo. I slijede princesa. Ok, prvo ću pitati ovo tu, ja sam ja jedini koji se ovoga sjeća.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
Aha, sjeća se. Sjeća se.
So you've
Ok,
already
super.
been here.
Sam ti vjeruješ.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things.
Aj, šuti.
It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion. The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency. A contingency for what? For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse. Just good luck.
Ali, ako smo i mi prvi put ubili, zakaj je sad ovako?
If you knew this could happen, why didn't you tell us? All of this is incredibly valuable information. It would have changed our actions considerably. I needed you to be in the dark for as long as I could keep you there. It's important. Necessary, even. And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
Ali zakaj je bitno da mi niš ne znamo?
That's pathetic. I never said I wasn't.
O! Ok. Skeptik mu je rekao da je patetičan i ovaj kaže nikad nisam rekao da nisam.
Get it? It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it?
To je
Know that
zanimljivo u stvari.
you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that. Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. All right? Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much.
Ok.
Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that. I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Aha, ok, sorry. Dugo je bilo ovaj dijalog između glasova i onda ova... Daj, fokusiraj se, ovo je ozbiljno. O čemu ti razmišljaš? Ok. Što bi da ja napravim? Ne, čemu ovaj drugi lanac služi?
I don't know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
Ne bi rađe.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Ok, možemo sad pogledati taj lanac, ali to će nam se ključati unutra, tako da nećemo to napraviti. To jest mogu pokazati.
And why? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it? I don't know. Maybe it will. He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate. But what if he's telling the truth? He isn't. I am.
Ok, svađaju se. Aha, i tu još možemo kao pustiti da nećemo.
Forget you ever saw it.
Ok.
Nice try, but I won't. Specifically because you told me to.
Ok. Sviđa mi se kako se svađaju ovi dva.
I wouldn't do that if I
Aha,
were you.
to vam kaže da
Why is that?
napravimo to.
Do I even need to explain myself? And I
Da,
think what I
to smo
am.
vidjeli. Ok, kako sad idemo?
Against your better judgment, you
Ne vidim
approach the
tu.
chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next. What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad.
Ok, loše je.
Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time.
Ok, ovo je već to prihvatio, no daj samo reci. Neko
As you
vrijeme.
hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism. Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around your neck. And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
Ok, znači skočilo nam je na vrat, zaključalo se i to nam je isto i blade iz ruke maknulo.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now? Yes.
Ok, dobro. Čekaj, bi ona rekla da vidim.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we? That's funny.
Ok, nije sretno.
What are we supposed to do now?
Ok, sad ću loadat. I ovo će neke drugo napravit. A ti sam pokazat šta se desi, tek toliko. Što bi ti da ja napravim?
Let me borrow that knife. Don't worry, you'll get it back.
Ok.
That's ominous. But she seems confident. Whatever it is she has planned, I think she knows what she's doing. Oh, please, she's just putting on an act to disarm you. That much should be obvious. In case you need to hear a voice of reason, it would obviously be unwise to give away your only weapon. Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us.
Ok, ovaj se još dvoumi.
So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Ok, da, znači kao loše stvari ako damo Blade je da će pobjeći i uništiti svijet i ubiti nas. I onda kao, ok, a što bi bilo dobre stvari? Ništa.
The pros are that we can't trust
Aha,
him,
njega.
possibly even more than we can't trust her. Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned. Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Ok. Ok, mislim da je možemo dati nož, mislim da nas neće ubiti, ako misli izaći. To jest, i onda bi se trebala s nožem odrezati glavu, ili strgati s nož. Ok, vidjet ćemo. Idemo je dati nož,
Slide it over.
jer ako to napravi, onda više nema nož. Ne bi ga valjda u zubima držala. Ok, i kaže da je pošaljemo.
Absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess. Until you come up with any other idea, like, say, I don't know, doing your job and slaying her, you remain rigidly in place.
Ok, onda sad opet kontroliraj, ne da ništa
I
napravimo.
tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Aha,
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your estimation, ended the world, right? You've already tried to take over, buddy.
ok.
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves. I'm not afraid of dying again. Are you? A little?
Meni nije strah opet umriti tebe, malo.
I think you got your point across. Fine. You slide
Okay.
the blade across the floor. The princess maintains unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
Ok, zahvala nam je. Možda bude
Pulls
dobro.
up her hair, smiling slightly
Oh,
as she
ok.
raises the blade to her throat.
Znači ono kaj sam rekao.
What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
Koja promjena u muzici.
No.
Hoću gledat.
Hey yo, what the?
Znam da to čudno zvuči, ali hoću vidjeti kaj će se desiti, tako. Gledamo, ako mi gledamo, mislim da bo gore. Tako da...
Her eyes stare forward, unblinking, as she soars through skin, veins, cartilage. At last she reaches bone, the blade grinding audibly against her vertebra as it continues to slice its way through her neck.
Onak samo u tišini glava, kako se glava reže. Malo je akvar.
Can't be damned. She's actually doing your job for you. Why would she do that?
Da bar ima ta opcija da mogu ono... Znate, nakon start a relationship.
So that's her play.
Dok se na glavu reže.
Killing herself? She isn't dead yet. Finally, you hear a snap. Her eye twitches. There's an uneasy silence. She remains motionless for a long moment, her twitching eye the only movement in the room, until at last it stops in an unsettling half-wink.
Okay.
Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally it falls to the floor, completely free. It bounces a few times before rolling to a stop at your feet. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell me we can put it back.
Možemo staviti natrag. Ne mislim da ne možemo. Možemo, slijepilo.
The princess's eyes stare up at you, dead.
Ili onak da s klamericom.
You saved the world.
Onak da s klamericom. Ako stavimo glavu natrag i onda zaklavamo. Skupa. Moglo to. Okej. Nismo mi spasili svijet, ona je prema tome.
So I guess that's it. What a way to go. But she is gone, isn't she?
I hate this. Can we just get out of here now, please? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready, you can proceed to your reward.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush? What's your angle?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this behind us. I'm sure you can understand that.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some kind of a reason. She's left us with this dangling thread, and I need to know why.
You're just wasting your energy. The danger has passed, and now we can all relax and enjoy your reward.
Aha, da je uzmemo glavu sa sobom. Pa mogli bi. Da, mogli bi uzeti glavu. Pošto ono sama sebe je ubila, da ju zakopamo. Može tako.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head, its neck stump still oozing bodily fluids. Then make your way back upstairs to the first floor of the cabin.
Ok, čak niti nije on toliko protiv toga.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she moved.
Did you see?
Nisam vidio.
She didn't. She's dead. But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself?
Oh,
Do I need to
pomakla se.
explain to you why
Tu.
decapitation is
Sam
legal?
vidio.
The door to your bountiful reward is right in front of you. All you have to do is open it.
Pomakla je se ovaj kapak. Ili sada se spustilo dole. Ok, znači... Živa je ipak. Zime, kad ćete reći? Ok, ono kaže isto da otvorimo vrata, tako da...
You open the cabin door,
Niko nije protiv.
ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
A dobro, bitno je tu. Bitno da je glava
Only
tu.
a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not right.
Ok, da, to malo čudno zvuči. Nisam tak mislio, mislim samo da glava je najbitniji dio tijela, tako da... Dobro da još ima glavu, ili može pričat s nama onda.
Well played.
Evo ga. Ok. Uspjeli smo.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. But it's already...
Ok, gotov je. To je to,
Over?
da, i ovo tu se pojavilo.
Is
Okej.
he gone?
Znači to je to.
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all. Maybe it was just the end of his.
Okej, to je zanimljivo. Da to možda nije bio kraj svijeta, nego samo njegovog svijeta.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you.
Okej.
So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than I expected.
Okej, čini mi se da neće... Smo mi bili u krivu možda. Možda fakat neće ništa svijet. Vidjet ćemo.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Ovo to nećemo reći. Da, bit će okej. Evo ovdje, ovo se prvo desilo i bio super plašen.
Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
Sad možemo s njima komunicirati u vezi ovoga. Okej. Ovo nije kraj, što god ti daje na drugoj strani bit će dobro. Ovo je kraj za tebe, ali ne za mene. Vidjet ću vas na drugoj strani, sve će biti okej. Ajde to reci, mislim da to najbolje da ih utješimo.
Okay. If you say so, we'll trust you.
Okej, ona vjeruje.
It's too good to be true.
Ovaj je skeptičan, naravno kao uvijek. Kaže da zvuči predobro da bi bilo istinito. I da vidimo. Time such forward, they are gone once more. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You withered. Pokvario sam se. You're in the long quiet once again. Evo je. Dođe do nje, malo priča s njom i onda će nas poslati nazad.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Ok, ona mi se čak sviđa. Tako je na kraju zemlje. No, tako je zemlja na kraju. On mi je nekak najbolje. Dobra je prema nama i to. Nju čak neću ubiti. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. She will make for a clever heart. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected any longer.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Can you give me a single straight answer? Kako je ovo da kažem? Da ne može biti taj contradiction.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Ok, da, ti si sve i u isto vrijeme ništa, ok. How can you stand to be a contradiction? Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you just give me a straight answer? Doesn't matter how many times I go back. Aha, da. svaki put kad idemo natrag, svaki put se neko od nas ozlijedi. Jel to tebe promijeni ili te napravi gorom?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
Ok, znači možemo reći da ne, da je u stvari valno, da je zbog toga sve više volimo, ne znamo to što to kaže nama, onda ne, sve to ne zvuči tako važno kad sam ovdje. Onda nemam mišljenje, samo želim da sve ovo prestane, da mučiš me i mrzim to i mrzim tebe. Ok, ali ja bi ovo to rekao, kao što sam rekao, mislim da se ona najviše sviđa. Ok, to znači ja sam dobri, jej. Jel hoćeš da ti nekaj sljedeći put donesem? To jest, kaj hoćeš?
But I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Kaže da ju je briga što je donesemo, ali da nema nikakvi, što bi rači tijela. Ok, dobro. I čak i da kaže, čak i da ima nešto da nas ne bi htjela s tim učiti. Ok. Koliko ti još trebam donesti vesela? Znaćemo kad smo blizu. Dobro, to je dobro. Onda ću ti pitati svaki put. Daj možeš reći. Jel znaš što ćeš napraviti kad smo gotovi?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Aha, okej. Znači, samo želi znat što je ona i što smo mi, no. Da se kao probudi taj njezin awakening. Tako da okej. Što se desi u svjetovima koji su iza nas?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
Ok, ne znam niti ona. Ok, to je sve. Spreman sam natrag.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Ok.
You're on a path.
Da. You're on a path. Ok, tu ćemo... Mogu i tu saveat. Da, saveaj tu. Yes. Ovo tu nam ne treba. Ok, da. Onda tu ćemo za sad stat. Ako vam se sviđa ovaj video možete lajkati i pretplatiti se na moj kanal, puno bi mi značilo. To jest, htio sam još reći, sljedeći put bi mogli kad dođemo dole i umjesto da ju oslobodimo, uzmemo nož i probimo ju. Da vidimo, kao onako da ju prevarimo, pa da vidimo šta će se onda desiti. A da, za sad bi to mogli stati. Ako vam se sviđa ova epizoda možete lajkati i pretplatiti se na moj kanal. I do sljedećeg puta, vidimo se!